that really looked like rain clouds. And so we are set fair for the third match in Group A. Our referee from Denmark, Frida Klarland. There is the captain of Ecuador, Pico. There for them from midfield. Team, just a moment to respect. So it's Nigeria against Ecuador in Group A at the 2024 FIFA U17 Women's World Cup here in the Dominican Republic. It's the same Nigeria starting 11 that began the 4-1 victory over New Zealand in their opening Group A match. Goalkeeper Christiana Uzoma might be in for a busier afternoon than she was against the young football ferns. Shakarat Moshood scored inside the opening 90 seconds as Nigeria made a perfect start to their first match. Captain Taiwo Alafabi got Nigeria's fourth goal. Nigeria, who finished third at the last Under-17 Women's World Cup in India 2 years ago. Can this squad improve on that 2 years later? A referee from Denmark, Frida Klarland. Assistants from Denmark and the United States of America, with a fourth official from Spain. Waiting for the Nigerian captain to come across. There she is, Taiwo Afolabi, to conduct the coin toss with the officials, but there's a photo to be taken first, which has left Fiorella Pico rather hanging in the middle. Like Nigeria, Ecuador also unchanged, so it's the same team that started the 2-0 win over the Dominican Republic here on Wednesday night. Maria Rodriguez will be aiming for a second successive shutout in the Ecuador goal. Jaslyn Valverde scored both of Ecuador's goal in the victory over the tournament hosts. Captain Fiorella Pico is an industrious midfielder who leads very much by example. Ecuador competing for the first time at a FIFA Under-17 Women's World Cup, and they are aiming today to claim top spot in Group A with 2 wins out of 2. However, this afternoon it will be a very different challenge for them from 3 days ago. Nigerian coaching team led by Bankole Oluwokere. Eduardo Moscoso, the coach of Ecuador. A very warm afternoon in Santiago in the Dominican Republic, 35 degrees centigrade at kickoff, and it is Ecuador who come forward right from the start. Ecuador in the blue shirts today with the white shorts. Nigeria in the all green, kicking from left to right. Nigeria who scored inside the opening 90 seconds in their opening game against New Zealand. Indeed, they were 3-0 up inside the opening half an hour. Ecuador scored twice inside the first 30 minutes of their game against the Dominican Republic. Jaslyn Valverde with both of their goals. Here's Burgos. Trying to work it out to that far side to Mani Guerra. Attacking intent right from the off then from Ecuador, who qualified, having finished third at the 2024 South American Under-17 Women's Championship, behind Brazil and Colombia. Nigeria, one of 3 teams who came through the African qualifying process. And in qualifying, they scored 25 goals and conceded just 2. As for Ecuador, their goal scoring and conceding record in qualifying, they scored 14 and conceded 15. Picked up here by Chidi, top scorer in qualifying, 12 goals. The 14-year-old striker, who'll be 15 in just 2 days' time on the 21st of October. Through by Pico. Goalkeeper will just get there. Christina Uzoma. Uzoma, another 15-year-old. She won't turn 16 until December. Ikezi. Little touch on from Effiong. Annie Mashan on that far side. Away by Noemi Camacho. Both these teams unchanged from the opening match. And that's a goal kick. If you've not joined us before for a match on the FIFA Under-17 World Cup this year, well, there is a slightly new system in that both teams have 2 challenges available to them called team reviews, and they can do that for any decision that they feel might have gone against them. If this challenge is successful, they keep it. If they lose the challenge, then they lose one of their team reviews. Easily taken by Rodriguez. Both goalkeepers at the younger age of the group. Maria Rodriguez, who won't turn 16 until the end of this month. You have to have been born between January the 1st, 2007 and the 31st of December 2009 to be eligible for the World Cup. The last World Cup that will be played in this format. 4 groups of 4 teams. As from next year, it will be played with 24 teams and will be played on an annual basis rather than every 2 years. And we will be in Morocco for the next 5 years of this Under-17 Women's World Cup. Ikezi now for Nigeria. That's a corner. First corner of the match, and it goes the way of Nigeria. Well won by Annie Mashan. There is the option of the short corner available should Chidi decide to avail herself of that, but it looks like it might well be Afolabi now to take. Instead, it is a short corner to Chidi. Chidi's cross in is a dangerous one. Work to this near side. Adegoki, easily gathered by Rodriguez. Just looking to calm the defenders in front of her. Very much a different challenge for both of these teams today. Nigeria up against New Zealand in their opening game. They're able to attack almost at will, and they're coming forward here now with Effiong. Rodriguez gathers. Effiong with that little ball back in. Came off the heels of Zambrano. Plenty of distance on the kick from Rodriguez. Looking for a Guerra on that far side. It's away by Ikezi. This time cleared by Abdul Wahab. Awkward bounce, but Ecuador win it back. Ikezi. Chase on here for Chidi, picked up by Effiong. Piece Effiong still going. Forward from Mashoud. Effiong looking for support in the penalty area. Worked in by Adegoki. Away though by Camacho. Poked forward by Abdul Wahab. It's away by Estupinian. Mashoud just caught Fiorella Pico there. Just on the top of the foot of the Ecuador captain. Andrade. Just a little too long for Guerra to gather. Okay. Little shove in the back there. But it is a corner kick. Bit of a physical advantage for Jaslyn Valverde over her marker there. So first corner then for Ecuador. Punched by Uzoma. Nope. Back comes Zambrano. Can't do anything, but which Rosa Estupinian, one of two players at the moment in danger of a suspension should they be cautioned today, having been booked in the opening game. The other is her teammate, Evelyn Burgos. Go. Crossfield ball to bring in Camacho. It's away by Ibrahim. Camacho's ball in field. Pico slides it through. Cicciolo was offside. Flag raised against Caprice Cicciolo. Cicciolo, the only member of the Ecuador squad in the United States of America, the left winger. Shoot. Adegoki's clearance was knocked down. Adebayo. This is Ibrahim. Easy. Ibrahim. Adegoki. Effiong. Nice turn. Chidi. Goes. Goal! Just pushed wide by Rodriguez. It's an excellent save, but it wouldn't have counted. Offside there against Chidi. Restarts play. Adegoki. Followed by Estupinian. And then by Burgos. Cicciolo on the chase. And it's a chase that was very much worth it, winning the throw-in. Pico. Oh, lovely ball into the middle. Guerra to apply the finishing touch as defenders converged on her. Straight on play from Casey. Yeah. Valverde will chase, but Adebayo should be able to clear. Not too far, though. Delgado. Valverde. Picked up here by Moshood. Chase on here for Effiong. Chidi's in the middle. Abdul Wahab. Ecuador will clear. Delgado. Nigeria have a player down. It's a long range effort there from Adegoki, easily gathered by Rodriguez. And play will be halted. this will be a concern for Nigeria, their main striker, Effiong. Is now back up on her feet. Both sets of players taking every opportunity they can to take on water. Simply because of the humidity. Nigeria did play at this time of day 3 days ago. Ecuador, though, played at a later time, 7 o'clock evening kickoff, when the temperature was still very warm, but it had cooled considerably in terms of humidity. Cicciolo. Delgado. Estupinian. 2 against 2. Forward comes Abdul Wahab. Challenge comes in from Andrade. And the referee will halt play because it's a head injury. Strong challenges coming in from the Ecuadorian defenders. Andrade. Cicciolo. Delgado couldn't quite get there, cleared away by Adebayo. Pico. Can Ecuador quick to anticipate where they could gain possession back? This is Chidi. And the block was by Zambrano. Forward by Animashan. Rodriguez. Plenty of distance on her kicks away from goal. Tidied by Adebayo. Moshood. Hannah Ibrahim. Animashan. Chidi making the run just ahead of her. Chidi with a little touch and almost finished by Peace Effiong. Nigeria so close to the opening goal. Perhaps a little bit of defensive hesitation here from Ecuador. And it was just kicked away by Maria Rodriguez. The goalkeeper keeping things level at 0-0. But this was heading in from Effiong. Two defenders there leaving it to each other rather, and it was almost calamitous decision by both. Corner short. Abdul Wahab. Got a touch on the way through. It's another corner. Little bit of bumping and barging needing to be sorted out by the Danish referee. Neatly done, but just overrun. Looked promising for a moment there for Nigeria, but Chidi couldn't quite keep that ball in play. by Afolabi. Mashoud. Abdul Wahab. Picked up by Valverde. Little touch from Mashoud. Kept in play by Adegogi. Afolabi. And Mashan loses out. Quite a duel on that far side between Ali Mashan, Guerra and Camacho. Tidied up by Zambrano. Did see a couple of shirts earlier today with Zambrano on the back, relatives no doubt. "20 minutes gone then. Nigeria 0, Ecuador 0 in this Group A match here in Santiago at the 2024 FIFA Under-17 Women's World Cup. Hurled in by Ali Mashan. Valverde. Picked up here by Adegogi. Ibrahim. Ali Mashan. Just asked too much of her there from the ball from Ekezi. Delgado. No free kick, picked up by Valverde, and eventually the decision does go Ecuador's way. Referee probably waiting there just to see whether Ecuador would have any advantage. Foul on Burgos, it's been taken quickly. Chicharolo on this near side. Forward by Mashoud. Effiong. Chidi making a run into the middle. Effiong just showed a little too much of that to Estupinian. Pico. Cicciolo. Mashoud, dispossessed by Delgado. Mashoud with the strong challenge, too strong. Nigeria claimed that she got the ball. Definitely got the player, though. So fairly lengthy treatment being administered by the Ecuador medical team. Fortunately, no lasting damage there for Evelyn Burgos, who will continue to receive a bit of treatment on the sidelines just down below. And is now ready to come back on in just a moment. when instructed to do so. Free kick, rather a waste. And Uzoma will just let it go. Harigoki. Moshood. Afolabi. Andrade all the way back to Rodriguez. Moshood. Pico almost took it away from her. And a goal kick. Slides it forward towards Effiong. Effiong gets away from the initial challenge. Chidi. Chidi can't get the shot away. It's a penalty. Foul by Zambrano.